Yeah, I can. Lovely. So welcome all to tonight's session. Those of us who are on camera have now been warming up for a couple of minutes, and we're just going to put the resistance up a little bit. Good evening to Teresa and Liz and to Steves and Emily. Tonight we are, as always, warming up, and then we're going to do a couple of little sprints, just like 30 seconds, just to get going properly. And then we're going to do a bit of the overgeared efforts that we've done before. So slow revolutions of the pedal, but pushing really hard. And then right at the end, we'll do a little bit of standing and then hard work sitting. So it's quite a mixed session, and hopefully you will find it goes fairly fast, and I will stop drinking hot chocolate and making munching noises so you can stop thinking about food. Although I have to say it was very nice. There we go. So another little bit pedaling like that would be great. Just remember your positions. So Steve's been on his bike today. I'm glad I'm not on mine because my legs have got a few miles in them. Liz has been on holiday, so this will be very good. Okay, we're going to do 4 rises of resistance. So we've done 2. So if you put your resistance up again a little bit now, and then we'll go for 1 more in a few minutes. And hopefully all the time you're starting to get a bit warmer. Yep, there's a coat coming off, that's good. Legs are feeling like maybe they're a little bit smoother. Oh, and I've just done a Zoom call with a group of introduction to triathlon. So a group of people who haven't done much triathlon. And it was really good. We had loads of really interesting questions around running off the bike and heart rate and how much to train and what to eat and what to wear. So, yeah, expanded my brain thinking about answers all the time. So it's been a very enjoyable evening. Now, another minute at this level. And I'm going to get the metronome, because we know that when we first start off, the legs are a little bit sticky and we're not quite into that going for it mode, and we don't really want to go at 90 because that's all a bit much. That might not be true for all of you actually, but it's certainly true for me. When I first get on the turbo, I'm like, okay, takes me a little while. So we're just going to try and put the resistance up again a little bit. So we should be maybe finding it hard to speak if you were able to speak to me. You still want to be able to keep your cadence once I've switched it up at 90. So every time you hear a beat, the same knee should be at the top of the pedal revolution. It was commented that this is quite hard to hear sometimes, so apologies about that, and I need to have a think about exactly how it's going into the machine and where the speakers are, try and make it a bit better. Apparently, especially when it's faster, which might be that your brains are starting to fry and you don't hear it so well. Okay, another minute at that quite hard intensity, and then we're going to go right way back down to easy. Lovely, half a minute to go. Wow, it's amazing. I had 2 weeks of really being really busy and lots of visitors and being away myself. And it's taken about 3 days to feel like I'm anywhere near put my feet down. I'm just about getting there. So I think tomorrow is a day for clearing all those bits that I haven't quite got around to, including going to give blood. So that's good. Okay, back it right off. So for the next 8 minutes, we're going to build again every 2 minutes. So lessen your resistance, but keep your cadence at this level, and then we'll rebuild. Now, the good thing about giving blood is that it might help someone who needs it, and I might need it one day. The bad thing about giving blood is that it kind of impacts what you do for the next month. So I'm a bit mean. I only tend to give it in the winter. I'm not trying to race. It takes an amazingly long time to make back a pint. It's a great way of getting a free iron test as well. Check my iron levels and see if the supplements need to go up. Okay, we've got another minute at this lovely easy level, just ticking over. Time to think about your position, which looks mostly pretty good from here. So yeah, I can see a few people thinking. I've seen a few shoulders come down straight away. Back's nice and long and straight, bending forward from the hip. Nice little bit of relaxed hands, relaxed arms. And the force isn't there, the force should be going straight down. Great, I like it, Teresa. Half a minute, and then we'll go up. And you should get a lovely smooth spin. So you're pushing your foot over the top of the stroke. As your foot comes up to the top, pushing forwards, so it just falls down and then rolls back up the other side, the back side of it. Okay, a little bit harder resistance now. And this is your second one out of 4. And knee should be at the top. If you're thinking about your right leg, every time you hear that clunk from the metronome, knee should be at the top going down again. So it's quite quick. Lovely. Heads and upper body's nice and still if possible. Exercise speed, lifting your head. And another minute here. I was reading about cooldown today. When you cool down, not only does it let your heart rate come back to normal, that letting your body resettle also puts it into a state that it can absorb nutrients better and it can use your dinner as it's straight after. This time of night, you probably have food straight after. A lot better than if it's still just come off and you've been working really hard. Half a minute. And 10 seconds to go. That's it, up again. Good stuff. Trying to work out the back of Teresa's wall. It's got this where it looks like a massive hula hoop. There's a nod. I'm going to have to get a bit more of an explanation afterwards. And then there's a smaller hoop as well. Like the diameter of a yoga mat. Whereas Steve's got a ladder behind his, but it doesn't seem to escape to anywhere. Another minute at this. That's it, spinning nicely. Both the Steves have got legs in perfect unison tonight at the minute. Oh, Liz, sorry, what calm down. Had this lovely time away and now here you are. Back to normal. Okay, and resistance up again. This is your last 2 minutes. At the end of this 2 minutes, we'll have 30 seconds easy, and then you're going to go 30 seconds hard. And we're going to do that 3 times. So it's slightly longer than we sometimes do. Sometimes we only do like 10 seconds. And it's amazing what a difference it makes. I like it. And soon it'll be light. 5 o'clock and it was still light. It just makes you feel better. And the air's a little bit warmer. And my snowdrops are out. So flowers from the garden in the house. So yeah, the longest, greyest month is over. I think December's actually darker, but it never feels like it because we've got Christmas. January feels like it goes on forever. Okay, 20 seconds. Let the resistance down a bit just for 30 seconds and then get ready to go fast. So your cadence doesn't matter. It will be higher than 90. You want to turn your legs over really fast in, well, 15 seconds time. So you'll need a higher resistance. 5, 3, 2, 1, and spin fast for 30 seconds. Brilliant. 15 to go. 10. 5, 3, 2, 1. Relax for 30 seconds. Now, it's really different from a 6-second or a 10-second spin up. It takes quite a lot more focus. So well done. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1, and go. Well done, Teresa. That's great. Some very good feet, bodies. Well done. 5, 3, 2, 1. Relax. 30 seconds, relax. Five, 3, 2, 1, and go for it. Last spin. Well done, 15 left. 10. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Warm up done. So keep your legs moving if you can. If you need to, stand up. If you want a towel or a drink, make sure you have those. And the next bit, we're going into overgeared effort. So you want a cadence of about 60 or just under. Nah, about 60. Which I'll put on the metronome, and you want quite a high resistance. And you want to be seated, not at the minute, Teresa, you're fine. And you want to be really feeling your glutes working to push, so you're working really hard to go up a hill. Quads often work harder than glutes because quads take over, but glutes are huge, powerful muscles. Occasionally very underused. So we want to try and use those. Are we all sitting comfortably? We do look like we are, more or less. Okay. Overgeared efforts, 2 minutes. Now, hear how slow that is. So I want to turn your resistance. Brilliant, Steve Ewan. Well done. Oh, nice, Teresa. Oh, try and keep it smooth. You might need to take a tiny bit of resistance off. You still want to be able to get a whole smooth pedal action. So you should really feel like you're pushing up one of those hills that you really don't like. And you haven't quite got enough gears on your bike because you can't change them down. That looks great, Teresa. Now, well done. And you're just having to keep pushing really hard. If you have knee problems, feel free to have less resistance and a higher cadence. Another minute. What we're going to do at the end of this minute is go into 2 minutes of a medium resistance. Now, obviously, that's up to you. So you're going up the hill and then continuing along the flat, working fairly hard. If you don't want to do that, obviously turn your resistance down. And at that point, we're going to put the cadence up to 90. "15 seconds left. We're going to do this 4 times. Five, 3, 2, 1. Right, so release resistance a bit, pick the cadence up to 90. and then cycle. And you shouldn't really be able to have a good conversation with your pilot. You should be working just too hard to be able to manage that. Maybe the odd gasped word to tell them they're not going fast enough. Now, the problem with doing all this is I'm piloting Emily at some stage. So I'm making a rod for my own back here. I haven't ridden tandem for ages, so I will reply, Emily, we will plan a practice. I told you I hadn't got my feet on the ground yet. Another minute, and then we're going back to overgeared. You'll end up having kind of 15, 16 minutes of fairly hard but quite varied work. Another half a minute, sorry. That was a bad slip of the tongue. Okay, 10 seconds. Starting to take it down. 3, 2, 1. Come back to the slow, hard resistance. Well done, Steve Ewan. Nice. Emily, can you slow that a little, put a little bit more resistance on or not? Oh, yeah, that's looking good. Excellent. Quarter of the way through this. Half a minute gone. Nice. Definitely not cycling in Holland. Holland is so flat, it's not true. Cycling holiday, the biggest thing I cycled up was a sand dune. Okay. Coming up for half a minute left. $15 seconds. And we're going back to the 2 minutes of medium resistance. Now this is fairly mean because you're probably building lactate and your legs probably hurt. There we go. 3, 2, 1, and off you go. Faster cadence again. Trying to get a good, even, smooth pedal action. And still working fairly hard. Great. This is a stepped hill along the plateau. And then in 45 seconds, we're going up again. Half a minute to go. Ten seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Get those climbing legs on. Slow and steady. Glutes firing. Clench them if you can't feel them. Remind that they exist. Looking good. If you're not sure, just twist the resistance up a bit. See if you can do it with a little bit more. I think most people probably can't, looking at the effort. But there's one way to find out. Good, we've got half a minute left. Keep pushing, 15 seconds. Five. 3, 2, 1. And you're back in the land of the fairly flat, but pushing over. Now you've reached the top of the hill, you're just keeping going and driving forwards. You're not losing time. You're not pausing to listen to the birds. Because you're going to miss the last train home unless you get a move on. Excellent. Emily, what happens if you move your legs a little faster? Not possible. You need to take the resistance off a little bit. Yeah. Yay. Good. And a minute gone. I've been peering at my little screen. It's really nice having an idea of who I'm talking to. Very different with a set of silent blank screens as you can't speak for me. And only half a minute left at this. And you're going to go into your last hill climb. 15 seconds. Okay, we've slowed, turned the resistance up, we're climbing again. Slow the cadence, that's it. Coming back down. Well done. Lovely. This is your last block like this. So make the most of the joy of being able to work this hard for the whole minute and a half. I think it's raining here. I think I can hear rain on the roof. We've been quite lucky with the wind. My poor mum has had slates and half the roof ripped off part of her house. Another minute. And someone else's dad, aged 89, thought he'd climb the ladder to go and put something on the roof to hold it down. Got on top of the roof and the ladder blew down. So he ended up using himself to hold the roof on until somebody rescued him. That's what I want to be doing when I'm 89. Half a minute left. If I get to 89. Ten seconds. Okay, you know the drill. 3, 2, 1. Cadence back up. Resistance down a bit, but not too easy, just enough so you can get that fast cadence again. Last 2 minutes, and then we'll have a break. You know what that means? All of like 15 seconds. Good, Emily, I like it. Looking good. Another minute. Minute to go. And I suppose this session is a lot about building strength, really. It's also working at a level where you probably produce quite a lot of lactate. Half a minute left. Lovely job. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. And relax. Well done. A little bit of a stretch and a rest. And then we're going to do 5 minutes of just medium resistance. Oh, I like all the drinks. Really well prepared. Making the most of it. The longer I hold on to my drink, the longer it'll take her to get me to work. Definitely raining. I was lucky today. All right, you are. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, and off we go. 5 minutes of medium. So this is just a little bit of kind of resilience building, I guess. Because it's quite hard to make yourself stay focused and continue to work fairly hard. It's really easy to wander and suddenly realize that your legs aren't turning quite as quick, or you snuck the resistance down without kind of really meaning to. And you just have to keep this going. And all you triathletes, anyone who's doing triathlon, you will know that you just need to keep working at about this level till you get to the end of the bike course. For those doing longer, Steve Ewan on your trip, it'll probably be, you can afford to be a bit more mellow because you're riding quite a lot longer, considerable length longer. Minute and a half gone. Two minutes. So just check in. You're looking really great. Just check in that your arms are still quite relaxed. Shoulders are relaxed. They're dropped away from your head. Nice, Steve. Great. Okay, you're over halfway through now. So doing good. 3 minutes down, 2 minutes to go. Excellent form. It looks like you're all holding the same resistance, so good judge of pace. It's quite like watching metronomes actually at the minute. All those legs going, like really good style, quite mesmerizing. One minute, bit more than 1 minute left, but not that much more. "45 seconds to go." So keep this last bit as consistent as the rest. Hold on to your form, your body still, check your shoulders. Lose the tension if you've got it. Make sure your hands are nice and relaxed on the handlebars. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and stop. Nice job. Right, we're not going to do that again. We're going to go on to standing for a minute. And then sitting for a minute, but working really hard. Oh, we're going to do this for 10 minutes because it says times 5. Lovely. Okie doke. Right, now normally you guys find this quite easy and I find it really hard, so I'm always very impressed. We're going to do a minute standing and then a minute sitting down working hard. So off we go. When you're ready, a minute standing up. And I'm always a bit jealous here because you tend to make it look really easy. And I'm like, oh, it really hurt when I stand up. Something to do with lack of practice because I'm too lazy most of the time. Halfway. Now you use 10% more energy to put out the same power as you do standing up as you do sitting down. So it's a great tactic if your pilot can manage it for extremes. But if you do a lot of it, you're just wasting energy, really. 10 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Sit down and ride hard for a minute. We're going to do this 5 times without rest, so measure your effort. Ride as hard as you feel is sustainable. Have quite a fast cadence rather than grinding it out. So it's a bit like the medium resistance stuff we were doing. Probably 90 or more. Yeah, looking good. That's looking great. Well done. 15 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1. Minute standing. Lovely. Well done. 5, 3, 3. Oh no, half a minute to go. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1. Back into riding quite hard. So that's quite a high cadence. This is a bit of a killer end set. This is your last bit of hard work, I should say, these 5. And we should have stressed all your main cycling muscles in different ways. Half a minute to go. $40. 15 seconds. 3, 2, 1. And up again. Well done, those legs. Half a minute. $20 seconds. Good stuff. 3, 2, 1. And back to the hard sitting. Now, this is your 6th minute, so you've broken the back of it. Good. Try and pick your cadence up, lessen your resistance if you have to. Good, Steve Ewan. Lovely, Emily. Well done. Nice, Steve. Yay. Hey, well done, Liz and Teresa. Going for it for the last 15 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1, and stand up. Oh, well done. I can feel those legs from here. Less than 30 seconds left. 15 seconds to go. 5, 3, 2, 1. Hard sitting again. Nearly there. You've only got 3 more minutes. $20 seconds. Keep pushing over the top. Keep that same level of effort. Keep that commitment. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and stand. Last one. Very well done. Excellent. Less than 30 seconds left. This is your last standing session. Fifteen seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1. One last minute hard. You're so nearly there. Make this minute count. We're on cooldown after this. Great job. Half a minute to go. Give it whatever you've got left. Lovely. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Brilliant. Well done. Cool down time. Looked like there was some really good quality work going in there. Congratulations for all that standing up stuff. And if you're watching this on record, please take the time to cool down. As we know, it's important for lots of different reasons, which I'm sure I'll remind you again at some session, but we remind you virtually every week. And if you are on screen, then please feel free to unmute if you wish.